Hi everybody, it's Sweet Kid here again, and I hope your weekend has been as good as mine, where I did get a great deal on bulk phone cases. I got 50 I spent $50 and I got a few hundred of them, so I will be selling them off and trying to make a profit. But besides that, my weekend has been pretty average because my art school still hasn't gotten back to me. Oh, I wonder why. I might have to call them back this Tuesday because tomorrow is a public holiday. But then again, I guess they're just trying to process my application or something. But besides that, let's get into what I want to bring up in this guide, and that's the upcoming event to CSR2. It's right here, Mans Porsche Emergence, and it's a very typical hypercar forum or supercar science kind of event because you will have 4 lock-ins. The 5th one is from Showdown, which I will show later, and the 6th one is this piece of cheese right here because I don't know, to me this looks like a slice of double Gloucester. So let's get into the lock-ins besides that piece of cheese. Okay, the first lock-in is pretty easy because I'm pretty sure most people are going to have at least one of these because you can get them from the Prestige Cup if you've done them before, certain events, crew championships, or even randomly in crates. And the ones that you might see the most often are basically the 911R, and if you've done Legends, the Carrera GT. Unfortunately, a lot of cars here are just crap. They are just not very good because Porsches are just not very good at live racing, but a few standouts exist. I do believe the Bisimoto 935 can be tuned, but it needs, again, a lot of stage 6 parts. And because this is a prize car, prize cars are typically very good at live racing. But being a purple star, I just cannot see myself investing all that time into a car that I ultimately won't use too much because I'd rather have something else. Alright, another standout here is the Taycan Turbo GT Wildsuck package, and any version of the Taycan Turbo S, like my purple star one right here. These can be tuned to be advantages in live racing, and if you can do it, that's great. But if you can, get the Wildsuck package, and this one and its other versions should be secondary. Moving on, we will have some dyno beaters like the 992, the RWB, which I believe it's here, and the Rotana, and I don't know what the other one's called. There's a few that look like this Rotana, and yeah, the game's not very cooperative today. My cars just aren't loading in. But besides that, there are a few standouts like 718 Spider RS and the Hardtop. These two are basically only good in really slow lobbies. So if you're into that, maybe work on those. Else, keep watching. So the next few I will recommend you work on are these: the 993, Stress Inversion, and Hyundai Pegasus, because these can achieve low PP, high EVO. But all Porsches in this game, regardless if they're good at live racing or not, have a big problem, and that's their transmissions are very slow. So you will need stage 6 transmission if you like to make any of these competitive. And I do with the 993 and the Hyundai Pegasus, but unfortunately not the Stress Inversion. So I will be trying to get this, but at the same time I want the final stage 6 for my Hyundai Pegasus to have it fully upgraded. So I will be debating on that down the line. And going here is just pieces of crap that I would not recommend unless these are really the only cars that you have. Alright, going to the next one is the 918, either the one with or without the Wildsuck package. This is a car that you can easily get in the dealer if you're doing collections. This one is in the Holy Trinity collection, and it's unfortunately not a very good car. I'm sorry to say this because it is pretty. I love it for how it looks, but in the grand scheme of things, if you take in the live racing, you will not be able to get a low PP, high EVO tune. It's a pretty old car, and as such, just work on it if you're doing the events, but don't expect to use it much after the event ends. The next one right here is this 911 GT2 RS Club Sport, and same problem. It looks pretty, and it's just not good at live racing. So if I do this event, which is unlikely I'm able to do it because Porsche parts are going to be used a lot. I will just basically dump them onto this car and basically just never touch it again, because again, it's just not that good. Next up is a 935, and the same thing applies here. It's pretty to look at, and it's just not a good car. So again, you're just going to invest in this car and you won't be able to use it going forward. And unlike the Club Sport, this is a purple star car. So if you do want to open crates, you have to spend real money. Else, you have to use universals from the race pass. Alright, next lock-in is from Showdown. And of course, I cannot tell you how good this car is because it's new, but if anything, it might be good at live racing, because typically the Showdown prizes just have a knack for being good at live racing. And of course, the last one is this piece of cheese right here, the 917K that you'll win. And that's where you need to finish the event completely. Now, moving on to the Showdown, basically, unfortunately, Natural Motion, they did change up the cars that you can use, because the Huni Pegasus was supposed to be in here, but it's not. Instead, we have basically bad cars, excluding the Taycan. Yep, the Taycan's here. The 992 that everyone hates because it's taken 200k bets from them. I believe it's here. Is it? Oh, it's not here either. Rotana is here. This one is a pretty fast car if you can max it out. I'm not sure what the fastest is anymore. I believe it's the Taycan. Yeah, so I believe the Taycan could be the fastest here, but yes, it's pretty unexpected, because I did see a leak and it showed a lot of cars, like the Taycan Cross was here, the Hyundai Pegasus was here, and again, they're all gone. And now the Panamera's here. I'm pretty sure I didn't see the Panamera here before, so yeah, be prepared for this one. You will need a different car than what you can lock in the Mans Porsche Emergence event itself. So yeah, I would personally recommend, unfortunately, this one, because many people might have it from the Prestige Cup, and so would a 911 Speeder, but this one's easier to drive and it's just faster. And it's a crap car. I hate this car so much back then because you need all the stage 6s to make this car good. If you have all stage 5 and all stage 6, the difference is phenomenal. I can't believe I'm saying this about this car, but it just is that way. It needs every bit of performance to squeeze out of itself to be fast. So unfortunately, I will have to use this car I just detest so much, but I guess that's the way Natural Motion wanted it, because then again, if they put the Hyundai Pegasus here, I could easily just crush everybody, because that is a pretty fast car. It's one of the fastest cars in the game. So my overall feelings on this event, would I do it? I doubt so, because first of all, the lock-ins are not good live racers, and the ones that are, I have them already. So like the Hyundai Pegasus, the Stress Inversion, and the 993. I already have those. And the 918, the Club Sport, the 935 are just not good live racers. And again, I need transmission upgrades. So if I get any other stage 6s, they won't be as beneficial. Maybe body, maybe tires, but transmissions is a big one for all Porsches. I will be getting this obviously because I do happen to have the sorry about that. Yeah. Sorry again. I happen to have the Touring ready to go, so I will be snagging this for free. And the last one, basically, I'm not getting, because this is this piece of cheese right here. I mean, it's shaped like a doorstop. How could I not say it's a piece of cheese? So yeah, it's not an event I will recommend, because it's just a waste of Porsche resources. If you have the cars, go for it by all means. But as someone who basically only has lock-in one build, and I could build 2 and 3, I'm not sure about 4. 4 seems to be available for gold because it's his dealership, else it will say rare imports. So I won't be doing this event. So I will do Showdown, don't get me wrong, but this event is just, what I'll say, is just a skip for me. It's just unfortunate, but when the event doesn't consist of any cars in the lock-ins that I can use after the event, to me it's just a no, because I hate it when I build a car for the event and it just sits in my garage forever. after the event ends. It doesn't serve any purpose and just hogs parts. So, well, there you go. That's how I think about this event. And in your game, you can do whatever you please, but this is my advice and what I genuinely think of it at a first glance, because I don't want to just goad people to, yes, do this event, because that's just being a dick, basically, because I don't want to spread around false information. I want to give my genuine thoughts and what I think of the event from the bottom of my heart. And there you have it. And that basically wraps up this guide. And if you have any queries, please leave a comment. I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. Well, with my little business out of the way. So with that said, thank you so much for listening and have a great day.